Good afternoon, Ken Arzon here. Live in Vista, California. Episode 23 on my baseball players who made the Hall of Fame, and they had unique stats that helped them get in. My previous 22 players, they have a lot of outstanding accomplishments. Home runs, RBIs, batting average, 200 hit seasons, 100 RBIs, total bases, doubles, triples. I'm going to surprise all of you with my episode 23. Have you heard of Joe Sewell? He's in the Baseball Hall of Fame. He played from 1920 to 1933, only 14 years. Played for the Cleveland Indians and the New York Yankees. Now, a lot of you may not be familiar with Joe Sewell, but I am, because he did something very remarkable in baseball history. He's only 5 feet 6 inches tall, 155 pounds. Do you know that he died at the age of 92 in 1990? Why am I doing Joe Sewell right now after Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, Hank Aaron, all those guys? Why did I throw him in there at episode 23? Well, let's start off. 1920, he's 21 years old, comes up for the Cleveland Indians, plays 22 games, gets 23 hits, bats .329. Okay, starting off as a rookie. Next year, he's 22 years old, plays all 154 games, gets 182 hits, and bats .318. He's not a home run slugger because he only hit 49 home runs in 14 years. He's a base hit guy, and he drives in runs because in his second year, he drove in 93 RBIs. 1922, he's 23 years old, plays the whole season, 167 hits, bats .299. 1923, 24 years old, plays the whole year, 195 hits, bats .353, good year. 685 at bats, 195 hits, and he drives in 109 runs, RBIs, with only 3 home runs. 3 home runs, 109 RBIs. How'd you like that stat? 1924, 25 years old, plays the whole year, 188 hits, 106 RBIs, .316 average. Okay. 1925, 155 games, 699 at bats, 204 hits, .336 batting average, 98 RBIs. It's a good player, right? 1926, 27 years old, plays the whole year, 187 hits, .324 batting average, 84 RBIs. 1927, the whole year, 652 at bats, 180 hits, .316. 1929, missed 3 games, 182 hits, .315 batting average. 1930, misses about 50 games, still gets 102 hits and bats .289. 1931, 32 years old, 130 games, 146 hits, .302 batting average. 1932, 33 years old, 125 games, 137 hits, .272. And 1933, last year, 14th year in the league, 606 at bats, 143 hits, .273 average. All right, so he played 1,900 games, 8,333 at bats, 2,226 hits, 436 doubles, 68 triples, 49 home runs, and 1,054 RBI. Lifetime batting average, .312. All right, you're going to say, all right, you can stop. 14 years, .312 batting average, big deal. 2,200 hits in 1,900 games. Okay. But there's a stat that you need to know that really impressed me because I play ball. What's the one thing a ball player dreads when he comes to the ballpark? Obviously, he does not want to make an out, but more importantly, you don't want to strike out. Do you know what Joe Sewell did in 8,333 plate appearances? You know what he did? He struck out 114 times in 8,333 at-bats. That is a ratio of once every 79 times at the plate. Remember, I went through all his years really quickly. His first year in the league, he struck out 4 times, but he had 83 at-bats. 4 times. Second year, 17 times out of 683 at-bats. 17 times. Now, let me put this in perspective. Present-day players, or some of the players who played in the past, they strike out 100 times, 150 times. The record is 223 times in one season. Joe Sewell, in 14 years, did not strike out 223 times. He only struck out 114 times. Yet there was one player who struck out 223 times in one season. Mark Reynolds, sorry to mention his name. And then Adam Dunn struck out 222 times. They were good players because they hit home runs. But how about that? In one season, over 200 strikeouts, and a lot of players, 150 strikeouts, 100 strikeouts, good players, 50 strikeouts. Joe Sewell in the 1921 season had 683 at-bats and struck out 17 times. Next year, 656 at-bats, 20 strikeouts. Whew. 1923 plays the whole year, 685 at-bats. So this will be the most at-bats, 12 times struck out. 686 times the next season, 686 at-bats, 13 strikeouts. But here's the most impressive stat of all. 1925 season. 699 at-bats. He struck out 4 times. Unbelievable. Let me do the math on that one. 699 divided by 4 equals. So for 174 at-bats without striking out in that season. I believe he went 115 games in a row without striking out. Is that right? Whew. Okay, the next year, six strikeouts, 672 at-bats, 6. 1927, 652 at-bats, 7 strikeouts. 1928, 678 times to the plate, 9 strikeouts. 1929, 672 at-bats, 4 strikeouts. 1930, 109 at-bats, 3 strikeouts. Okay. No, 1930, 414 at-bats, 109 games, 3 strikeouts. 1931, 571 at-bats, 8 strikeouts. 1932, 576 at-bats, 3 strikeouts. And then his last year in the league, playing for the Yankees, 606 at-bats, 4 strikeouts. But the year that got me was when he had 699 plate appearances and struck out 4 times. So a total of 114 strikeouts in 14 years. Boy, would you want him on your team? I would. What a career. Why did he stop at 14 years? He was only 34 years old. Possibly in those days, 1933, maybe he got another job that paid more. Because in 1933, I don't know how much players were making, maybe 5,000, 8,000 a year. Maybe he got a job or 10 or 12 or 15,000 a year. I don't know, but he gave up his career. He's a 312 lifetime batting average, over 2,200 hits. If he goes another 6 years, he has 3,000 hits. So what do you think of my Joe Sewell, episode 23? How about that? Okay. Who's the next player I should do for episode 24? You know, I'm going to pick old school. I like old school players. I do. How about Willie Keeler? He's next. Thanks for watching. I'm out.